Hello everybody, welcome to online class. In today's class, we'll discuss regarding the techniques and methods of creativity. See, the creative techniques are nothing but allowing and deliberating thinking process designed to help find ideas and solve problems. So the most common creative process is analogical thinking, that is the transfer of idea from one context to a new one. So techniques which are used in developing creativity or resolving problems by creative thinking come under the techniques of creative thinking. So creative thinking techniques are very much useful to generating new ideas in every organization. The new way of thinking should always be encouraged and creativity should always be welcomed. So we'll discuss the common techniques which are adopted for creativity one by one. The first one is questioning technique. See, in the questioning technique, underscores the way of asking questions which leads to churning out a new idea or a different thing. Okay, it is generating solutions through what? Questioning. It is combining two or more ideas, products, feelings so that to produce what? A new one. Okay, it involves what? Like asking what if questions, the W questions, then asking what changes would you make to something, then asking how can we make something better or how can I improve something, then asking questions like in how many different ways we can do the things, then asking how can we do this in a totally new way. Okay, these are what some questioning techniques in which by asking question again and again will come to a better solution. Okay, next comes is focus groups. See, it is a form of qualitative research. In this technique, a group of people are asked about their attitude towards a product, service, concept, advertisement, ideas or packaging. So it adopts an interactive method in which questions are asked in an interactive group settings. So the participants are free to talk with other group of members. Okay, then we'll understand the different types of this focus groups. The first type is two-way focus group, that is one focus group watches another focus group and discusses the observed interactions and come to a conclusion. Okay, next comes is what? Dual moderator focus group. In this type of focus group, one moderator ensures the session progresses smoothly while another ensures that all the topics are covered. So two moderates deliberately take opposite sides on the issue under discussion. Okay, next comes is respondent moderator focus group. So in this, one or more of the respondents are asked to act as the moderate temporarily. Okay, next comes is client participant focus groups, that is one or more client representatives participate in the discussion either covertly or overtly. Okay, next comes is mini focus group, that is groups are composed of 4 or 5 members rather than of a 6 to 12. Okay, then next comes is teleconference focus group. As the name itself explains that the telephone network is used to ask the questions to the different groups. Next, online focus groups, the same, again the name itself explains that the computers connected via the internet are used. Okay, then how this technique is conducted? The first thing is inviting around 6 to 8 people to participate for a session to last for about an hour. Then preparing an agenda including a list of the top level issues to be resolved or the solved. Then preparing an introductory matter narrating the purpose of the session and how the session would continue for whole day. Next, ask participants to think about an issue for a few minutes and write down their responses. Next comes is ask each participants to read and elaborate on one of their responses. Then the better to arrange in a quiet room and arrange people in a circle. And in the last step, they come to a common conclusion. Okay, next technique is brainstorming. See, as narrated in Oxford Dictionary, Brainstorming is the way of making of a group of people all think about same thing at same time, often in order to solve a problem or to create a good idea. So brainstorming is what? A group creativity technique designed to what? Generate a large number of ideas for the solution of a single problem. Okay. Then this brainstorming includes what? This brainstorming focuses on what? Quantity. That is, it aims to facilitate what? Problem solving through the maximum quantity breeds quality. Okay, next comes is withhold criticism. See, in brainstorming, criticism of ideas generated should be put on hold. Okay, then comes is welcome unusual ideas. That is, to get a good and long list of ideas, unusual ideas are also welcomed. Then combine and improve the ideas. Good ideas may be combined to form a single better good idea. So it is believed to stimulate the building of ideas by a process of association. Next technique is attribute analysis. See, attribute analysis is the process of what? Breaking down a problem or idea or a thing into different parts, attributes or the component parts, and then thinking about the attributes or the parts rather than the thinking on the whole. Okay, so steps in attribute analysis is identification of the major attributes, that is listing of all parts of an object or activity or a problem. Okay, for example, color, shape, size, and identifying those attributes that can be altered without destroying the main function of the object. Then generation of the alternatives, then evaluation of the alternatives, then selecting a good solution. Next comes is synetics. Synetic is a problem solving method that stimulates thought processes about the unknown subject. So synetics is a technique of problem solving by using a variety of analogies. So analogy means what? Establishing a relationship of resemblance or equivalence between two situations, people or objects, especially when used as a basis for explanation. So major analogies are classified as direct analogy, personal analogy, fantasy analogy, and a symbolic analogy. Next technique is checklist of questions. That is, questions are the creative acts of intelligence. For that, they could be designed as to force a dramatic shift of perspectives. So the question should be designed in such a way that in a single attempt the solution can be accepted. Okay, next comes is the technique called collaborative, heuristic, and normatively guided. That is, these techniques could be used to promote what? Creativity in teams. That is, combining a multi-round Delphi technique with a series of thinking strategies. For example, the brainstorming, divide and divide, conquer, deep smart, such kind of different types of the techniques are used at a time in a series so that to get the different strategies. Then changing the level of abstractions to alter team members' perspectives. That is, changing the level of abstractions so that the team members can understand their level of abstracting the questions. Then guiding the collaborative idea creation process with customized questions to retain the focus. So collaborative ideas will be created in a process so that to get the customized questions and can be focused these customized questions properly. Then multi-round outcomes to focus efforts on increasingly novel ideas. So multi-round will be conducted so that to get the focused outcomes. Okay. Then the principal advantage of this technique is that processing a number of desirable rounds, then being self-directed and highly cost-effective, then assuring the outcomes being mutually, exclusively and collectively, then allowing busy knowledge workers to participate. So this set of technique has seen limited testing in classroom settings so far. So preliminary results indicate that they appear to be quite useful in creating new ideas to improve existing products and the services. Okay. Next topic is requirements of creativity. So we'll understand why this creativity is required for a particular person, for a particular individual or a group or a team. So first and foremost is you have to participate what you preach. That is, you have to walk and talk, or in other words you can say, if you want to encourage someone's creativity, you should be a creative. Okay, then show them, do not tell them. Be a role model for exercising creativity and they will follow you. So creativity is to be handled with care and respect. See, you have to create a special and suitable physical environment for creativity exercises. Such environment should be comfortable and enabling and guarded from outside disruptions. Okay, then what is even more important than the physical environment is the emotional one. See, your responsibility is to create a safe place to express their ideas, make mistakes, be silly, and not just be judged or be subjected to a ridiculous. Okay, so it need not to be stretched much. Okay, passing judgment kills creativity. So eliminate corrections and advice to a minimum. Okay, next comes is some of the following creativity exercises require certain materials. See, be sure to provide the required materials so that they can work on their creativity, and should probably provide additional materials that are not directly related to planned exercises. Okay. Next comes is expose your participants to creative artwork. So in order to inspire them and whet their appetite, you have to give your participants some ideas to jump and to start their creative muscles. See, but be aware of not to overdo it. You want them to be encouraged but not discouraged. Okay. So this is regarding what? Techniques and requirements of the creativity. The other things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.